Hi friends, welcome back to another video. My name is Kirsten. If you are new to the Twin Talks Ballet community, welcome. So anyway, today I wanted to finally act upon the requests that I've gotten many times over the months of how I do my makeup, questions about my eyebrows, lipstick, whatever, how I generally do my makeup on a daily basis. It really doesn't change much from this other than changing to a slightly different lipstick shade or a different eyeshadow stick for my eyeliner. Really, I keep it simple, classic, pretty easy. So I hope you'll enjoy watching this and maybe pick up a few tips and maybe help me find some more cruelty-free product replacements. Like I say later on in the video, I'm looking to switch out my makeup bag gradually. I'm not just getting rid of everything I've had ever since I went vegan. So yes, replacing them one by one. So help me out if you are enlightened in the realm of makeup. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, let's get on with this tutorial. I hope you enjoy it. Adios. Hi friends, I woke up like this. Flawless. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing, foundation. Well, I moisturize my skin and I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. I chose this because you know, I went vegan this year, so I'm slowly trying to replace some beauty products with cruelty-free, more natural stuff. So yeah, just this much, not that much. And I think the key with like ballet class makeup kind of things is, well for me, okay, I was not paying attention and I got too much on my hands. Dang it. Ugh. I hate this. I'm gonna wipe some off. Okay, so the key, at least for me, I like to get a medium coverage foundation and I try to not use that much of it. Of course, I was just not paying attention because I was talking to you. And I try and put it towards the center of my face and then make it to where I'm not spreading a lot of foundation towards my hairline or any creases, things like that. Because that does not look nice when it mixes with hair and such. You guys know, you guys know. I also like using my hands as long as they're clean, you know, because brushes are expensive. You have to clean them, and I feel like when I used to use them, I could never clean them often enough and it would like give me acne and stuff. So I'm an advocate of using your hands, you know, gently and just blending well. Okay, so that's done. Now I put a little concealer under my eyes and different points of my face. And I like to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because it has great coverage. It's also basically I ran out, so this is gonna be a little challenging. That might look like a lot. It's a very thin layer, and I kind of spread it onto my cheeks a little bit because it just smooths out my complexion a little bit more without adding like cakiness necessarily, and means I don't have to like go in with pinpoint concealer so much later if I have some blemishes or something. I put it on the bridge of my nose just a tiny bit to highlight around my nose where it gets a little bit red. I look crazy. This is weird. Ugh, this is weird. I put it around my chin because I tend to get red, and oh yeah, I also, this seems excessive, but I just kind of put a little there and a little there because I think I have very fair skin, and so I have a little scarring there that still shows up from my prepubescent days, or my pubescent days. Sometimes it feels like they never end. So I'm just gently tapping that in with my finger. I feel like such a little beauty guru wannabe right now. It's really weirding me out because fun story, I used to, I'm gonna use this mirror. I used to be obsessed with watching beauty videos on YouTube. Like that is exclusively what I used YouTube for. And back in the OG days of Twin Talks Ballet, oh my gosh, when I was like 15 or 16, for me, the more makeup, the better. Like more makeup to me in my mind was like, that equals prettier. So as much eyeshadow as I could fit on these little eyes. Oh, I was all over it. Now I just kind of have a simple approach to makeup. I know what I like. I do the same look every day, and I try to keep it simple and just elegant. I want to wear my makeup. I don't want my makeup to wear me, you know? I know it might seem like I'm putting a lot of products on my face, or, you know, a lot in quantity, but really I'm just taking a few steps in really light layers so that it's effective and it stays all day. But it still looks like my skin when you're up close to me, you know. Yeah, I think it's nice to put effort into making your skin look nice, and doing minimal makeup with the eyes and whatever, just so that you look like the best natural version of yourself. That's just my philosophy. But everyone likes a different part of their features a little bit more, and so you might want to accentuate that. Now I'm just using the MAC Studio Fix Concealer. This is old, and guys, I'm also looking for a friend here. Please give me a shout out if you know good cruelty-free versions of these products I'm using that aren't like astronomically expensive. For any of the products I mentioned that are not cruelty-free, I'm actively looking for a replacement, and so if you could help me, because it's very hard to search this online. It takes so much time, and I don't like just buying and returning products or buying and hating products. So please let me know if you know of comparable products to some of these that are cruelty-free. I would love it. So I just dab a tiny bit of that concealer on my finger, and then place it right on the red spot or whatever, the discoloration. Tap it in there, and then kind of blend around the edges with my finger, just gently. All right, there's that. So I choose to take those steps so I can have a lighter layer of foundation, just to generally even up my complexion. I brighten up under my eyes and a few other places that generally get red. And then I do a little bit of pinpoint concealing, just because I'd rather not just knock it out with a full coverage foundation and have my skin like really, just like a layer over my skin that doesn't feel like my actual skin. I want my skin to be able to breathe a little bit throughout the day, so that I don't get like nasty breakouts and stuff from sweating and all that, you know. Okay, now I usually go on to people's favorite part to comment on, which is my brows. Thank you for your nice comments. I do appreciate that. I'll show you how I do it. It's pretty simple. So I just kind of brush the hairs where I want them to go a little bit with this brow brush. And this is almost gone, but I have this Essence brow pencil, and it's in the 04 blonde color. I like it because it's kind of got an ashy undertone, which is always better than a warmer undertone for brow products for sure. Those seem to show up strangely in the sunlight, unless you're actually like a bright redhead or something. So I'm really just going to fill in the end or tail portion of my eyebrow. That's where, so I just follow the natural shape of my brows. I don't pluck them or anything. But I do like to just define the end, because naturally, since I'm fair and blonde, the hairs are there, but they don't really show up. Alright, so there's that. I know it might look a little harsh now, and then I brush it out a little so it looks more natural. Again, I don't extend further than where my hairs actually go. If someone is talking to you or they're up close, within reason, you want to make sure that your brows are somewhat within your natural shape. There's actual hair there. Otherwise, it's not going to look so normal. I know this is weird, but I go ahead and take this step, this time we have together to powder my face. I just put a little bit of translucent powder over my foundation to help it set, but I don't do too much, or else you're gonna get, I would get lines from sweat and things like that. I don't recommend using a powder foundation or like a colored powder, a non-translucent powder to set your foundation, for ballet at least, because when you sweat, that's really going to show up and it tends to cake. So I would recommend having a good liquid foundation or something like that. Just putting it on lightly or in light layers like I did, and setting it with a translucent powder just a little bit. And that's going to help you kind of keep that nice complexion all day and not have like streaks from sweat and whatnot. Put a little under my eye too and on my eyelid. Okay, there's that. I feel like I look so much better with a little powder. Otherwise it's like shiny weirdness. Okay, so for the last step, for the brows, our favorite, I used this tinted brow gel. This is my favorite, the Maybelline Brow Drama. Again, if you know, cruelty-free option that is not like 22 or 15 plus dollars. I know they exist, but they're like this big and they're very expensive. I like this one because it goes on lightly and it looks the most natural and it's affordable. So please let a vegan sister know, because I'm trying to transition my whole life, not just my diet, you know what I'm saying? So I just brush a little into the brows so that they'll stay, and then it also, it also colors the front just a little bit. It helps my brows show up a little bit more from a distance. Okay, there's that one. I make sure to scrape off the excessive amount of product that comes on the brush, and I just tap the end on my hand, because unlike this brow where I was talking and I forgot to do that, I got a dot there, so I'm gonna have to fix that later. Okay, so now that's done, I will use a little blush. This is the Hourglass blush that is so well loved. I've had it for so long, in Diffused Heat. Sorry, I've been neglecting to say most of the colors of these products, so I will make sure to do that at some point in this video or in the description. I'll at least list the products if you're interested. So I love blush. Oh, it just makes me look healthy and happy, and I love it. That's what I want to look like all the time. Okay, so now I will finish with the eyes, and what I really like to do, I'm not so into eyeliner. I don't really wear it much anymore. It's just too much. I like a soft look everywhere. Soft, soft, soft. I like that. Well, structured brows, but soft makeup everywhere else, not harsh lines or anything. And I like using an eyeshadow stick for eyeliner. And I'll show you how I do that. Right now I love using the Laura Mercier shadow sticks. I have a couple colors, but right now my favorite is Cacoa. So yeah, I'll show you how I use that. I just kind of hold my eyelid down. This is really intimidating in the viewfinder. How do the beauty gurus do it? I don't have to be crazy precise about it, but I'll just kind of put the first line down and then go over it to make it softer across my whole eye. Ideally getting thinner the closer it gets to the center of my eye, or towards my nose, I should say. The nice part is it's so forgiving. I just blend it with my finger as I go. So I kind of lay the line down and then I keep more or less wiping it off so there's less and it really fades in towards the lash line. Then I'll kind of go back and put more on the outside. I like to wipe this way so that it's kind of like winged-ish. Kind of a, not a real wing, but kind of has that shape. I feel like just because I'm filming, I lost all my makeup skills and nothing is even, and it's taken me a million years. Anyway, if you're interested, in most of my videos I wear the same brand eyeshadow stick, but it's in, where is it? Oh, it's in the color Amethyst from Laura Mercier. So that is just a lighter color. Yes, so that is for those of you who are interested. Last step, finally, mascara. Right now I'm using the Lash Accelerator in black from Rimmel because it doesn't run too much, and it's like It gives volume, but also length, and I do 2 coats, so it's like a little more voluminous. I like a good voluminous mascara. Okay, so I just put a small first coat on, dip the brush back in, and then I'll do a small or a light coat on the other side. Okay, dip the brush back in, and second coat on the first side. Okay, and then I'll just put a little on the bottom. I don't go too crazy on the bottom, otherwise it will run, so. And I don't like using waterproof mascaras because they're really hard to get off, and I don't want to buy another product to remove it. I'm more of a minimalist in that sense. And also, even if I do get another product to remove it, it's a hassle and I end up losing eyelashes, so I'd rather do it this way. Okay, there's that, and last side. Okay, so that's done, and now I just use a Q-tip to clean up the spots I made all over my face and this random eyebrow mistake. And of course, the most important bit for me is the lipstick. It's the easiest way, I think, to add some sophistication and some style to your makeup look. So I use the NARS Satin Lipsticks are my favorites, and I really like kind of reddish, pinkish tones, like softened reds. I think they're really nice for my skin tone and my complexion. So this is called Pigalle. That's not gonna pick up. I'll put the name in the description below, but I just, I'm not very precise with my lipstick. I just honestly pat it on. Pretty much every day I put it on in the car. I just pat it on, rub my lips together, and honestly just clean up the edges with my finger. I actually prefer how this looks softer, less intentional, like I used lip liner and just perfected every edge. I want my whole makeup look to look effortless, even if I spent way too long on it, like today. And that's it. Yep, just dab on some lipstick and I'm all good to go. So I hope that this was enjoyable for you to watch, or maybe insightful if you've been interested or curious as to how I do my makeup every day. I do this same thing every day, sometimes a different lipstick, sometimes a different eyeliner, but pretty much always the same routine. Very simple, takes me about 20 minutes, and while I do that, I usually will sit on a heating pad, heat my hamstrings or my knee, or what I was just doing this whole time is using my TINS unit. I got finally, my good for nothing insurance actually got me this for free. It's a nice TINS unit, and it helps with electrical muscle stimulation after my surgery and all that. Oh, game changing. Anyway, but that doesn't have anything to do with this makeup tutorial. But while I'm on that, or I'll also listen to like podcasts or sermons, since I'm a Christian and I'm always trying to learn more about my faith, because it's a huge part of who I am. And I think no matter what you're interested in, you should always look to grow deeper in your beliefs and try to better yourself, know more. I love listening to podcasts, TED Talks, whatever, in the morning when I get ready, and it's just inspiring. Or sometimes I just have peace and quiet and I think and just kind of like restore peace to my being if I don't have that when I wake up in the morning. Or I'll listen to like some nice peaceful music. Yeah, that's what I do. But yeah, you probably didn't watch this to know what I do when I'm putting on my makeup, other than putting on makeup. Okay, so give this a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to comment below with your suggestions if you have ideas for what cruelty-free products I might like. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, support me on Patreon if you feel so inclined. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you very much to all my current patrons. I appreciate you endlessly, and I'm just gonna see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.